Okay. All right. Seema XP, thank you very much for the Prime. Not working. Oh, it was a long intro. Okay.
I really like Nintendo World
Okay, it starts like here. The intro reset. Oh, did it? It's a bit awkward. Hi, what's up, Zippy?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Welcome to the Nintendo World Championships NES edition.
These two guys were hanging with us, like the competitors, the night before and like before this event as well. Like we had lunch together and stuff. They're so nice. They're so chill. Oh, lo-fi is on, sorry. Yeah, let me switch that off. It was really nice meeting them. And we were like a group of like 10, 15 people or something for the dinner and the lunch. And they, at some point, I don't remember what they said exactly, but they said something about like, sorry for talking so much. And I was like, I mean, I didn't expect any different, like you're English. And it was so true because they two, and then one of the competitors who's also English, were the main people talking the entire time.
Streamer
But they were
Showdown
very
live
funny.
at Paris Games Week in, you guessed it, Paris, France. My name is Bowie. To my left is my good friend Nims, and we have the pleasure of calling
Apparently they've known each other and like casted together and stuff for like 10 years, which might explain why they have really good synergy and stuff.
the action this evening as we have 8 fantastic streamers from around Europe.
I don't know why they told me Nintendo EU. You guys saw the official graphic as well, right? It said Nintendo EU, but apparently it was wrong. I don't know. I guess it was badly planned. Which is a shame because I do think if they had put more marketing and more planning into this, this could have been a really enjoyable show. But instead, it's like nobody even knew it's happening.
Battling it out to be that #1 speedrunner.
That was on
of
Nintendo
World
UK's
Championships
website
NES
or
edition.
YouTube channel.
Absolutely, Bowie. Excellent intro there. I really like that. That was very, very energetic.
Cheers, man.
Because this is going to be a very, very energetic show, guys.
Yes.
Speedrunners, if you like a bit of speedrunning, you are about to see quite the showdown. And of course, this is an interesting show because this is going to be really catering towards people who may have
Yeah, I heard it was only 150 viewers.
seen speedrunning
Unfortunately,
as well.
it's like, it's
Maybe
Nintendo,
interested in
come
it, may
on.
have not seen some speedrunning before. Perhaps are more interested in checking out.
To be fair, Nintendo never really supports anything. Like Smash Bros has like the biggest competitive scene, right? And Nintendo never supports it. I think Nintendo just doesn't like to do things like that too much. I don't know.
This particular game as well and particular challenges we're going to be showcasing today. There's a wide variety
Smash Bros is huge. It is huge, but it's not Nintendo supported, right? It's never official.
of games, some iconic titles which will be showcased in this tournament. We've, like Bowie just said, actually, we've got 8 players representing 8 different countries from all around Europe. We've got some people that you guys may know, some people that you may not know, but it's going to be quite the show, isn't it, Bowie? I think
Yeah, they could have put this on the front page of their global store. They could have put this on the front page of Twitch, you know, like make a partnership with Twitch and put on the front page of Twitch. Because these games are so well known that it definitely attracts a pretty global audience. Like Super Mario, Zelda, all these games, Donkey Kong, these are extremely well-known titles. It would be very good content for the front page of Twitch.
at the moment we're just looking at the stage and we are going to be calling on each of the players. They're going to introduce themselves and myself and Bowie will be taking you through each step of the way.
Oh yeah, they said we're going to introduce ourselves, but we didn't really introduce ourselves. They just spoke
through
French.
this
I didn't understand what's going on.
Bowie,
Yeah. I should quickly clarify that obviously we do have a wonderful team of...
Because they told us, yeah, just tell them like who you are, what country you're representing, and like maybe a quick thing about yourself. But that never happened.
Mr. MV and Ken Bogard, who are currently on stage doing the live hosting for the audience here, and obviously we're taking you through on stream. So I guess the way we could think about it a little bit like Eurovision, and we're your Graham Norton. Yeah, so as you see, you've got Mr. MV there and Ken Bogard who will be taking you through who is going to be coming up and joining them on stage to be battling it out.
Is
now,
Ken Bo one of these
Nims,
guys?
you were saying you're talking about, you know, Nintendo World Championship NES Edition and what it really means. It is accessible speedrunning, really, because, you know...
We can forward a little bit here. It's like just,
you know, I don't think it's
filler
actually that
talk.
hard. In all ways, you do another little works for this.
Where it brings up absolutely.
All right, here we go.
And
now we
as
start
you,
coming
as
in.
you explained, Bowie, this is
Ken
something
Bo was with a hat?
where
Okay.
it brings a whole new spin on learning a game, essentially, or learning levels. Here, right now, we're seeing our first player joining us on the stage. This is
No gaming.
Matthias.
No, I'm gonna game.
He is
I'm just
representing,
watching
Germany
a little bit
from,
of.
I believe, the Rocket Beans group.
Oh, so they're
Rocket Beans TV, yeah,
presenting us. That's
they
cool.
kind of like part of a massive thing. Like many years ago in Germany, there was a TV show called Game.
More views offline than online. Guess I was successful. Oh, they have more views offline. I mean, like 150 viewers doesn't mean 150 views, right? So it could have been like 1,000 views, but they just tuned in like short periods, right? The crowd. Oh, like that. Oh yeah. There was a big crowd. Yeah, no, that's true. I actually want to take a picture from where I was sitting. Like the crowd was actually full. Like there was like all the seats were actually taken.
Game 1,
Yeah.
which was basically like almost like 24/7 game programming that unfortunately ended. And Rocket Beans.
Yeah, we can forward a little bit here.
They do content creation on many different platforms.
Yeah, so we had
They
like all
dabble
different
a little bit
countries.
perhaps in
I didn't realize it was different countries. I was like, wait, it's all different countries? And yeah, it's like one Italian, one Poland, one Germany, one French. He got so much crowd cheering when he walked in. I remember, because the rest of us were just like,
almost like 24/7
yeah, okay.
game programming that unfortunately ended.
And then
Rocket
when
Beans
the
is a
French
company
guy
that
gets
came
introduced,
out
like,
of the woodwork and
whoa!
brought that back with a little
It was
like reference
funny.
to show Game 2, and is continuing to
hear?
make great content there.
Okay, it's
And
hard
the
to tell, I
home
guess.
Favorite here from France,
Yeah.
Minfos coming up onto the stage.
Okay, it's hard to hear. It was a massive difference. Like in person, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of cheering. Okay. They have their own booth at
Minfos, sorry.
Gamescom.
Yeah, gonna
Oh,
be
Rocket Beans
hopefully,
TV is big in
winning
Germany.
it for
Oh, okay.
France today.
Yeah, that guy
Yes,
he was from
indeed.
Rocket
I think
Beans,
we're
right?
gonna get straight into calling up our next player.
He said he was one of the Rocket Beans players or people.
We're just waiting for our presenters to call up the next
He was
player.
also really nice. Honestly,
Let's see
everyone was
who
really nice.
is-
I never really talked to the French guy. He was hanging with like some French people, so he wasn't really with us during the dinner and lunch and stuff. So we didn't really
coming
get to know
onto
him
stage
that much.
next. We've had Germany, we've had France.
Okay, we
If
can
you
forward
are-
a bit. Oh, that's me.
Next from Italy, I believe
yes,
we
indeed.
have Viking
Italy.
Plays.
Yeah. Lovely shirt.
Excellent shirt.
Yeah.
Sporting
Excellent
such an
shirt.
Excellent shirt. Perfectly for this
Bonjour,
championship we're about
hello.
to see on stage. Who's next, Bowie?
Oh well,
Oh, there's an ad break right now? Okay, let's wait with showing me then. Let's watch a little bit of the filler people. I can't just call them filler people, but let's watch a little bit of the
to
other
join
people.
his fellow competitors.
Yes, indeed. So Ray Bacon, of course, another player, and Bo, as
Yeah,
just
I
echo
realized, I
what
was
you
like,
said,
that sounds
Bowie,
toxic.
Some of our players are, of course, live streamers.
I
They do
didn't mean
content
that.
creation on many different platforms. They dabble a little bit, perhaps.
But yeah, like I said, I got really scared right before the competition because at that point I had gotten to know them a bit, and they're insane. Like especially some of these people, like they're insane. Were you the only girl? No, there's one more girl.
In
There is one more
speedrunning,
girl.
may it necessarily not be this particular title, but other titles as well.
All
But
from the UK.
here we go.
It's the UK. Joseph himself, yeah, has done a speed.
Proud of the UK representation. So he was one of the people, and he did become the winner. He was one of the people I was like, okay, this guy's insane, because we were talking about the different levels and stuff like that, and he had been grinding levels. He had got an S rank in every single level that was part of the competition, and then on top of that, he also he had a system where he was practicing different parts of each challenge. By using the original game, so he could pause and play at any point of the level. So he was like super try hard. You kind of notice you didn't practice at least full runs. Yes, I didn't practice the full runs. I practiced the smaller runs, but not the full runs. That's why I did pretty well on the first parts, but the full run I completely... Also, like, okay, There was a few, but we'll get there. When I get there, I'll explain to you guys some things that went really wrong.
A speed run. Played ran one of the Final Fantasies, Final Fantasy X. You know, did a couple of runs to kind of get his feel for it and kind of see where he kind of
he's like a Square Enix person. He was one of the people who also had the Black Chocobo campaign back in FF14. Funny enough, because he said that that's how he actually knows about me, because I was in that, and he was like, you know, I'm just a baby streamer, so like, you know, I don't expect you to know me at all. But like, I know about you because you were a part of that thing too. So he's rich then. It doesn't make you rich. It makes you rich for 1 month, I guess. Yes. But after that, you're no longer rich.
Be running quite a long game to kind of open up with, but you know, yeah.
And I should say, a fantastic artist.
Yes.
Apparently he's an incredible artist.
Very good artist. Excellent artwork. You can check him out online. Coming up next from...
And he was also kind of nervous about this event because he felt like he doesn't like deserve to be there because he's such a small creator. And I was like, stop, shut up. You're not allowed to say it like that. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm the baby person here, so I have something to prove. Or I need to prove myself, so that's why I was practicing. So I'm actually really happy that he ended up winning because he worked really hard, you know? He worked really hard, he really deserves it. And he was being, you know, too, like, putting himself down. So yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, everyone was really great, but yeah, spoilers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Italy, I believe.
That's a good point. Maybe some of you guys are watching for the first time. I shouldn't spoil.
Sporting such an excellent shirt, perfectly for this.
Okay, we saw this
one
part
of two,
a little
I
bit
think.
before.
Our Dutch player.
Okay, is it the Dutch player?
We're gonna find out. No, I don't think it is. No, it's our Swedish player. Yeah,
Yes.
Our Swedish player.
AnnieFuchsia,
I wasn't sure if I should look in the camera or not, so I looked away, but then later they told us we're allowed to wave, so I started waving.
Excellent content there as well. If you are into your massively multiplayer online video games, then
MMOs.
AnnieFuchsia is the one for you. Very good game. I had some nice chats this weekend, and is put a bit of time into this game, and definitely wants to do well today.
Yes, these of course our final player representing the Netherlands.
The other girl
is Samora.
Yeah, Samora.
Samora dabbles in quite a lot of variety of games. She live streams.
Apparently, she's
on
also a
Twitch,
GG talent.
And
same
really
agency.
Does enjoy the variety of games in lots of different genres.
Yeah, I think variety gaming, as a person who's done my own streams and content creation, variety is one thing that is really hard to do. Actually, people think, oh.
We're going to go through in each stage.
Yeah, wait, that's actually very true.
Interesting is to keep a variety is one thing that is really hard to do. Actually, people think, oh, you just play any old game, but I think to keep a variety of genres, you know, lifted up and played well and making it interesting is difficult. I'm mostly an RPG player, and so that's kind of what I focus on.
Yeah, sometimes people do think like variety streamers have it easy, but they actually don't. Like there's other struggles with being a variety streamer, and I know that from going from being a full-time pretty much WoW streamer to being a more variety person, and it's actually really difficult. So I was just curious what he said there. But yeah, let's keep going.
The idea is to zoom forward and grab the very.
And you can't play whatever game you want to. But it's just that people don't know. People assume that variety streamers can play whatever game they want to. But the truth is, behind the scene, every variety streamer that you know has avoided some games because they weren't able to stream it for numbers or whatever. Every single variety streamer. There's no variety streamer who's like, oh yeah, you know, I'll just play whatever. Like every streamer, every variety streamer has had to skip games they want to play because it's not good enough for the stream. Like every variety streamer. Like some people think like, oh, but you know, this person, that person. What about Forsen? Forsen definitely has skipped stuff too, for sure. I mean, did you see when he had his Overwatch period and his channel statistics all went to shit? Then he dropped the game, right? Every variety streamer, they have games they need to avoid.
Very first mushroom in Super Mario Bros. 1. So obviously World 1, Course 1, the very beginning of the game.
Okay, let's forward here a little bit.
Quite a lot, like a broken record, but the key element with particularly, let's say, Mush Zoom is pinpoint precision. Yes. When are our players going to hit that jump?
Soda Poppin', even Soda Poppin' does get affected by his choices, but the thing is, when you're that big as Soda Poppin', it does become less significant because, like, his really good games will be like 20,000, and then his bad games will be like 8,000. It's like, boohoo, 8,000, so bad. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's less significant for his like, you know, making a living, but of course he also drops a lot. But yeah, it's more significant for people who have, let's say, maybe like a 3,000 viewership average, but then when they play the bad games, it becomes like 1 or 2K, which can be a bit more financially, what's the word? Like it makes more of a difference than someone who is as big as Soda Poppin'. Warcraft 3 kills the stream every time. Yeah, exactly. But like he doesn't mind. Yeah, like impactful is one word that I was looking for. But it absolutely does affect it. Like nobody can just like stream anything at all times, and yeah, like it does affect everyone. Some people like to take a hit sometimes because they really enjoy something, like Shroud with World of Warcraft, right? And when they're that big, that hit isn't very significant to their general, you know, stream's well-being, so it doesn't matter too much. Just like League like League is really bad for me. League is terrible for me, sadly. I wish I could have played more League, but I can't.
Button. Are they going to go and attack an enemy, or are they just going to zoom past an enemy? Are they going to go straight for the goal? Are they going to go the strategy?
Okay, so this is the first level that we all played. For people who missed it before,
Okay.
this is the thing basically. So he's playing first, and we all get 4 attempts to catch the mushroom as fast as possible.
Oh, misses the
He
block.
missed it.
Gets a turnaround jump. And it goes underneath.
Okay, that's his first attempt.
It's an A rank.
It's an A rank.
It's a good rank. It's a good rank. Of course, there are a variety of different ranks.
Which I believe for this one is actually
forward.
sub 4 seconds. So it looks like Matisse's getting a second go. Ah! Oh, okay. There's only one. Okay, okay, here we go. It gets turned around. There we go.
Better, 440.
Much better.
But yeah, this is basically the challenge that we all had to do, basically.
We're warming up.
So
They first told us we only get 1 chance, and I was like, shit. And then right before we went on the stage, they told us, okay, you get 4 chances. And I was like, holy, thank you. I need the 4 chances.
the way it generally works with Super Mario Bros. 1, and 7, I think, for Europe.
Yeah,
So
oh my
his
goodness.
last attempt,
Is that
yeah,
it
it's going
is-
to be a
if
long
you play-
one.
there's a
All
lot
right,
of-
so
and getting
that
a
was
feel
his
for it.
attempt.
Yeah, that was very good.
You can hear will be our second
Next
player
person
here
is
to see
the
how best-
French
how
favorite.
fast.
All right. It's a little bit wobbly at the beginning.
It is. It is.
So these guys are doing fantastic as well. It is already. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay, gets a
Ah,
nice
that's a clean one.
turnaround.
Yeah, 403.
Very nice. 4.0.
I think it's the first S rank we see.
Okay.
And it's this was my record for a very long time, so I was like, oh god, this is insane. Like this is
Okay, Mintos.
that's
Basks
crazy.
in the glory. A little bit faster.
And then we went through everyone else.
Oh, hello.
You see, even the best players sometimes make mistakes, you know, like that's
It's
what
all-
happens.
It's just forget it. It's as easy as you think.
Okay.
4.16.
Oh, he actually got 416 as well. Also very good.
For Mintos there. On the console that we...
I'm so glad this is on YouTube, by the way. This watching and forwarding would be terrible on Twitch.
using there. Now for our third.
Yes.
You big audience, you
All right, let's see.
Now, jumping
So
technique
he
is
had
key
his
here.
attempts as well.
Okay, takes out the Goomba.
Okay,
Oh,
he
does
has a
get the
bit of a
turnaround
different
though?
technique.
Oh,
He
that's
kills the
right.
Goomba,
Is
it
he sure?
seems.
It comes down
Does
to
he do that
comfort,
again?
really, but we'll
Let's
see if
see.
he can get it this time. Okay, goes for the wall stop. Turn around and it runs away. What a moment. You've done this before.
Let's see
the
what
forward
the
B
technique
dash,
he's trying to go
takes out
for.
the
It seems
Goomba.
like
Oh, see, this is the thing.
Is he
This
trying to jump
momentum and
over it? I'm
inertia.
not
You want to try
sure.
and get those, like, turn around and get that.
Okay,
that
last
landing
attempt.
positions.
Absolutely.
It's not as simple as just like holding that. There's a lot more to it. Turn around. Very nice. Oh, okay.
missed that a little
4.8.
bit too.
Okay.
All right.
Off of this board, but there's still
He
plenty of players
also
left. We're now
So to
did really
3-5
well.
into group
Oh, it's not him
2
yet. It's someone else
of the group
first.
stage. So they're up. He's going to be our 4th challenger.
Here we go.
So
Representing
trying to
Spain.
avoid death? Yeah, maybe.
Oh! Now, obviously, when you get the rewind because you made an error, the timed
Missed the mushroom.
It does still
That was funny.
keep ticking.
Still keep going. Yeah.
Oh, you guys don't hear the... Okay, there's definitely something with the audience reaction too. Like, people actually laughed when that happened. Like, not in a bad way. You know, like a wholesome laugh. It's like, oh my god, like a mushroom is like out of the screen, you know? That's kind of funny.
So that I guess that was his like
Goes
go
for a
there.
reset. Okay.
They should have added more audience sound into the English stream as well. Yeah, in a wholesome, like not laughing at him, but laughing with him kind of thing. You know what I mean? Wait, I was not hearing anything that was said by you guys. Well, we didn't have any microphones. We couldn't say anything.
Oh, see,
Yeah, he's using my technique then.
4.33. That is. You can see what he's trying to do, right? He's going to go for this very, very late jump to try and get the hit on the left side of like,
all right.
a hitbox.
Yeah, he's using
right?
the same technique as me. There was
Enemies
another guy who was
and
doing a
Mario
different
here
technique.
Have a hitbox, and they're not perfect to the exact pixels and shape of a character or an enemy. So you can
B++.
Yeah, out of the kingdom.
Joe,
All right, I think it's Joseph now.
He's putting a lot of pressure on himself, but I know that he's practiced.
Beautiful.
4.16.
416 first attempt. That's
Good
huge.
for the first one. He takes a deep breath there. Not quite enough to be first ranked ahead of Mintos, but very good to begin with.
That was clean, yeah. 403. You can tell it's clean because the way that he jumps.
Mintos,
Look here.
but
He's jumping through the box. Like, look at this.
very
Through the box.
good.
And that's how you manage to
with.
get a good time, by going through the box.
Tied in 4.
It's like knowing how to put your character in a way where you are not actually going around it. You just know exactly how many pixels can be through the box.
0.03 for both.
Wait, so he got
Can he
403
get
as
that
well.
faster time? Oh, not quite the good turnaround.
No.
Oh.
Can he get that faster time?
So with this one,
Oh, not quite the good turnaround.
the problem with this one was the momentum was too high. So if you go back and look,
Can he get that fast
because you don't want to waste time, right?
time?
So he has too much momentum. He's gone to the right a lot here. He presses that, and when he jumps here, he doesn't press right enough to stop the momentum. So his character ends up going too much to the left. It goes up like here.
Oh, not quite the good.
You see how like one jump? Luna.
He's putting a lot of pressure on himself, but I know that he's practiced.
One jump was like, okay, come here. One jump was through the box, and one jump was like completely like in the sky. You know what I mean? That's the difference.
4.16. Enough to be. Can he get that?
Goes again.
Some intense play-by-play.
4.03. I didn't think. Oh, I got away from him.
Yes.
Got away from him.
Yeah, backwards jumping is a very good skill to
4.03.
have.
Both for Mintos and Joe's.
Gonna get a tie. It's
crazy.
possible. It's possible.
Yeah, they actually got a
here's the
tie.
thing,
That
right?
is crazy.
I have seen speedruns that are
Stay
tied
Luna,
to a
don't go.
millisecond
Don't go
in like
table.
multi-hour speedruns before.
Yeah.
It happens. You can just do as well as someone else. Who's next then? Who's got the controller?
It is.
Viking plays.
Italian player, Viking plays.
Okay.
Come on, is that shirt going to give him some powers, guys? Is he going to get a top score here? We shall see.
Find out what's going on. MV there just making sure that everyone's ready to go. He's good. Viking plays.
Looks confident. Straight in with the B dash.
Yeah,
Big
he
jump
had
over,
the
very
backwards.
lovely. Oh, okay, now that is a
what do we
nice
call
technique
it?
to go over
Backwards
the first box,
mechanic?
land and try and get that low landing for the immediate jump up turnaround. Phrases. You can basically, again, it's
Did I miss
all
Annie's one?
inertia. You
No,
can input
mine's
things
coming
early
next.
and get these very lovely. Oh!
No.
So he does the early
The
speed.
strat,
and
yeah, the
he
backwards
holds
strat.
left early, and that tries to stop him to get the turnaround, right?
And the perfect precision of him.
That was pretty
landing
clean.
on the- Wow.
With this strat, apparently he got a 373 time in his own, like when practicing in his own time. 373.
4.16.
Or 378,
Yeah,
something
That's our
70.
second top score.
Yeah.
Goes for the same technique again.
Oh, they're a bit slower. Oh!
No.
If he didn't have to do the second
Yeah,
jump, it would
backwards
be
is
very,
more
very
tricky
nice.
for
I
sure.
think that's him done.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
So that was 4.16, I think.
Yes, 4.16 for Viking plays.
4.16.
Oh, they're
That is
writing
our
it down.
Second best score at the moment. We're moving on to now AnnieFuchsia, representing Sweden.
Sweden. Now it's me.
Let's
Sverige,
see
he knows.
if Annie has a different technique.
Yeah.
I don't have a
that's the
different
thing, like,
technique.
there are some. Just going to quickly. Here we go.
That's me, yeah.
Okay, jump
I missed it.
over. This is it.
That's annoying.
It's one of those things.
Okay.
It can the inertia and the movement, the momentum can sometimes get to you. It's a very simple game, but there's a lot of specificity to it. Almost
Missed
gets
that one as
early
well.
box. 5.86 so far.
5.6, Yep.
I think I make this one, but then I missed the You know how I said it's very specific with how you want to be in the box, but not too much in the box? Well, now I was too much in the box, and the box hit my head, and I wasn't able to jump around it. And this is my reaction. Because it's my third attempt. Oh no.
Just a little bit early there.
I
with the
missed
hitting
it
of the block.
every time.
Yeah, trying to get this. That's the thing. There's so much momentum in the game that counteracting the own momentum you put in with your jump.
Yeah.
Go for it there! The best time! 4.00 takes the lead! First place for AnnieFuchsia. First place for AnnieFuchsia.
Oh my
Holy
goodness
crap.
me.
Proving the well-known fact that the Swedish are the best at video games. It's one of those things we all know, you know?
And
my
the crowd
goodness me.
also went
Okay, Annie.
insane, but I surprised
First
myself,
place,
yeah.
0.03 ahead of Mintos and Josepha. AnnieFuchsia there.
3
with first
milliseconds.
place.
Wow, so that's our
faster.
top score so far. Wow.
No pressure to follow there,
I
Samora.
mean, Samora representing the Netherlands. Come on, Samora.
Yeah. She's been saying she was having a nice chill day, like putting a little bit of practice in, but not overdoing it to kind of get in her own head.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of just see how that kind of like early practice goes.
Yeah, popped off on the
Well,
last.
that keeps it nice and
This is why I was afraid of only getting 1 attempt, because I knew I'm not going to do well in my first attempt, and I guess I needed 4.
simple.
Yes.
Hopefully, or maybe go for the really intense stuff. We'll have to see.
We should.
4 seconds is the time to beat. Are we going to get the?
Okay, we tried to go for
She's also doing the above the box tactic, it seems.
Well, sometimes it's one of those things. You want to just get a feel for how you're playing
Yep,
it
yep,
and,
yep.
and the buttons you're pressing.
Absolutely. Goes exactly once again. Okay. 5.6.
Now we can skip. It's okay, we can finish watching. She's the last
Good
one.
score. It's a good score. Goes
We
again.
can watch him.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah,
missed the
got-
Goomba.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a slow one there. It happens not every single run of the run.
All
It
right,
was a
it's over now.
4.36, yeah.
4.36. We do have a tiebreaker to
Oh,
open
yeah.
up the thing to find out
goodness.
between Joe and
I never
Mintos
practiced
who
a
is gonna be
tiebreaker
second and
either,
third
because
place.
I was like,
'Cause
why?
right now
There's
we
not
have
going to
Annie
be a
in first,
tiebreaker.
So she's going to be, we've got Annie in first.
Yep.
We've got fourth place is Viking place, I think.
I was so close to
Yes.
win semifinal too. Yeah,
so
I
it was
know.
six.
I'll forward
Yeah,
this
there we
part
go,
a
yeah,
little bit.
Toss going again.
This is
Yeah,
the
he knew,
semi-final,
like,
basically.
If you don't get up, you don't start that spin jump and just kind of just land on that bottom bit.
no.
You can see he's just
It's a
falling.
quick
His
jump
feet just aren't getting there.
to make it
and
to
that's
that
the difference.
box.
That is like, it's pixels. It's a
And,
difference of pixels, and it's the difference of like seconds.
I
because
believe
of,
Joseph, yeah.
4
Joseph gets
Here
the
we
best
go.
time there and
Jump
gets
very-
the official second place.
Here we go. Fuchsia.
Again, showing how he's insane. He's practiced
right.
everything.
There
He
we
is so
go.
good at
Very
everything.
nice.
Some more.
I believe time form.
Okay, so
Yeah,
what's
but
next
There's
now?
the score on the board.
Yeah, there's the
And
scoreboard.
if you
So I'm at the very top there. That's the screenshot that I ended up tweeting as well, because that's the thing that I was the most proud of.
first into the semi-final.
This
there.
one here.
Joseph is second. Mintos
Doesn't jump up
third,
over the
Viking
first
plays
box, take up
fourth,
more
Ray
time.
Bacon
I
fifth.
don't know. I've never
Samora
done that
is sixth,
level.
Rocket Beans, who is Matthias, in 7th, and Seto.
All right, and then
Coach
after
Bear
this,
playing
let's see
in
what is
8th.
next. Here.
So, as Bowie did, first, third, fifth.
Door. Where?
This was up.
I think
And Germany.
Yes.
this is when we sit down. Okay, so
Yes,
it's
it
not
was
yet,
indeed,
but at some
yes.
point we change
It was
controller.
indeed. So we will now reveal the challenges. There are multiple same time, but you get to play with people online as
Yes,
well. There's like loads of.
And in party mode, this particular challenge pack is called the NES Cup 88 to 93, as we mentioned earlier. These titles range from
Yeah,
their
she's
release dates,
cleaning
which
my
was
arm.
1988 to mention.
Oops.
Here's our go to the. We're then going to go into the Adventure of Link.
Wait, when is
Only
it now?
1-1 and
When
done.
we enter the level,
Kirby's
when we
Adventure.
ready
Kirby's
up, that's when I
Adventure.
noticed my controller,
what's really nice as
like
well
my
is you
screen
actually
is
have-
not
have
the
a
one
look
that's to the
at
right.
At the visual on screen that you can see rough. Well, if it's one of those ones where you have information, go and get that time.
It also actually even shows
is
you
it?
that are on a hard difficulty, but the
I think
1-1
it's-
and done
now I
is
notice,
considered
maybe?
a master
No, not yet.
difficulty, depending on which player is playing. So it
Feet
does give
dangling.
you
Yeah, I
a
was so
very
nervous.
Vast amount of information before you take on any of the challenges.
Well, I think it's now I
just to
notice,
give you
yeah.
an idea of what you're getting yourself into.
Maybe?
And
No.
of course, our
Not
players
yet.
have been practicing.
Oh,
They
we
have,
opened practice mode first, and then I was
knowledge of
suggesting
this
to them maybe we
particular
should
challenge pack.
enter
It's just gonna be
practice to see
really
how
interesting
the
to see
layout
that
is of the
conversely
games.
At the moment, talking about, I believe, something. I don't know what.
I think they're getting ready.
And then here, I noticed my controller
Here
is
we
the
go.
wrong
Yeah,
one,
Mintos has
and I
already pressed
switched with
A to
him
start
there.
up, I think.
And I guess they didn't realize.
I think everyone's got to ready up, and then
Yeah,
it'll give
I
us our
switched him because
countdown.
I
Three,
readied
two,
up.
one. As you can see, you are looking at
Or he
the
readied
overseas
up.
edition of Super Mario Bros.
Yeah,
Duke.
so we switched it.
And we're going to be running Toad all the way across the through
Yeah,
the
I had to
course and
squint a
entering the
little
pyramid
bit.
at the end. So off we go.
So everyone failed this first part. Yeah, so my screen is basically wrong because I should be here. Because if you look at the seating, I'm sitting here, right? So in front of me, when I'm looking at the monitor, this one should be me. So when he clicked ready and I noticed his controller was this one, I was like, can we swap controllers? So this one is actually me.
Everyone took damage from that one.
Yeah, everyone took
Everyone's
damage
trying
from
to get
that.
past his first
But
enemy.
Mintos has picked it up.
Wait, 2 people haven't even picked it up. That was not me. That was Mintos and Rocket Beans. They didn't pick it up.
And just ran off with it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that was a big part of Super Mario Bros.
Oh, then he picked up this one instead.
To
Okay, I don't think he's practiced this level.
overseas version was the fact you could pick up enemies and use them as weapons, and it was a big part of the mechanics.
Takes damage again.
So I am this one.
And
I finished it. They told us to raise our hands. You will see that as soon as I go in here, I will raise my hands.
Fuchsia there, a little bit of a rewind. First place for Mintos, second for Rocket Beans, Matthias player.
Oh no, they...
Ray Bacon in third, AnnieFuchsia in fourth.
No, that looked a bit odd. It seemed like AnnieFuchsia had like celebrated a little bit early.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to confirm that. But yeah, so these are the points. Now, obviously, time will be added together for all of the events.
Oh, I guess now he realized maybe? I don't know.
And we'll basically have our top 2 based
I think he's
on where
explaining that they swapped.
where they have finished and their total time for all of the events as well.
Yes, indeed. I believe we're just calculating the scores.
Yeah, you can see the points there. Yeah.
I think after that it's 12 points, then 10, and then 5, isn't it? I believe.
I think that's what I saw on the screen.
Yes.
But yeah.
Let's see
Getting
how
ready
they
for our
figured it
second one
out.
as well. So that took about, yeah, as you see, 30 seconds for everyone to get through that.
Yes.
On time.
Okay, I believe.
I don't know why they changed the setup
we're
on the
just waiting
screen.
on our players to be ready. Once again, Mintos took first place in that particular round.
Very, very quick. I mean, it was weird that everyone got caught by the first snake.
Yeah.
But I say weird. Sometimes it happens.
Honestly, when I'm practicing as well, most of the time I do get hit by the snake. It's actually really difficult to get the perfect jump done.
But tricky one. I think they were all trying to go for that there's like a thing where you can do in Super Mario Bros. 2 where you kind of like, you can jump and you can kind of crouch whilst jumping, kind of pick up on the way through. It's like a really smooth combination of all the mechanics.
Sorry, just to clarify, 15 points to the top player, second player gets 12, third gets 10, and the fourth gets 9.
Right.
So there we have our first set of points. I think we're just waiting to clarify everything for all of our players. We then should be moving on to our second challenge, the cliff jumping challenge from Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. We're just making sure that
So
everybody is
disgusting.
interesting that some of them took the hit from some of the enemies there. Some of them, as Mintos just picked up and just carried on walking with the enemy.
That was me. I picked up and carried it.
I mean, like when you have a certain amount of, because I guess if you're small, and you only have like 1 HP, and in the next hit, you lose you go.
No,
and it's
I
game
did.
over.
It was me.
I think if you have enough HP to survive 1 hit, always.
Okay, they have moved me now. Yeah.
And it's going to help. Go for it. You just run straight through an enemy. Don't bother jumping. It's going to be too much hassle. Just crack on.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
they moved me
I
now.
think we're good to go. I'm seeing smiles. Ray Bacon looks very happy.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Here we go. We're all ready. Cliff jumping, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Bowie, the challenge.
Do they talk about it?
Yes, indeed. Yes, as we say, run left to right, get over these bubbles that are going up, and depending on the speed that we get to go past this one, Mintos, it looks like falls down. There's a couple of damage boosts from Ray Bacon, and if you're making our way through over the bubbles to the final.
Speeding through AnnieFuchsia here. Makes it
Straight through.
S rank, 11.50.
S rank.
Score. Top 15 points there.
1140, I think, is my best score on this level.
Ray Bacon in second, 12 points there with a 12.08 seconds timer. Ooh. Third place for Matthias here, Rocket Beans, with a 14.91.
We only realized no first throws are when we saw your points total. Really? Okay. Do they talk about it?
And Mintos still trying to get there. You got 5 with a 9-point score.
S rank for AnnieFuchsia had been focusing on that one. I do recall her saying that, yeah, you know, she's a big fan of the Zelda series, and so yeah, maybe kind of, you know, has a little bit of that confidence and that understanding of the game already, and it's worked out. S rank.
That's one of those Zelda games I have not played.
It was interesting there that, you know, for Mintos perhaps was trying to speed through and jump, but didn't quite get the timing right for jumping on each of the platforms. And of course, you can attack the bubbles if you wanted to, but our players just simply chose to avoid them and then move forward. But of course, attacking bubbles as well could potentially give you a hindrance on your timing. AnnieFuchsia there, as you saw, breezed through that and got herself a nice top score, an S rank as well. That's going to change the scores up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to see. Obviously, the total will be shown at the end of the pack. But we're going into our third challenge.
Oh, we don't
here.
see it yet.
One of a kind, I believe.
Oh, this was so annoying. I couldn't do the jump properly.
Now, the unique thing about Super Mario Bros. 3 is the addition of this
I knew that it was too late,
like,
and I just went forward.
More speed and momentum.
This is one thing that I messed up when we did all the levels together. When I couldn't make that jump, I went back and tried to do it again, and tried to do it again, and tried to do it again. I lost so much time doing that. At some point, you should just move on, you know?
You have the ability to do these massive jumps. Everyone's fell down.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Everyone's struggling with the staircase.
Did you see that? One death led to like 3 backwards.
Okay.
You collected coins too. I'm going to explain what happened there. There was a reason.
You're absolutely correct. With that P meter, you then pick up that top speed dashing right across the stage, right across the course, sorry.
Yeah, so this one was kind of bad.
First place taken by Matthias.
If I didn't end up going backwards 3 times, I think that could have like made a difference. But yeah.
Second for Mintos, third for AnnieFuchsia.
That kind of put Ray Bacon a bit behind, but side and get that into the hole. What's
Wait,
nice
so we don't see
well
points
about,
at all?
The either you take a hit or you fall and you can't continue, as you've seen. You may have seen it already.
Oh, now we see points.
Either you take a hit or you fall and you can't continue, the game rewinds back to previous points. You can try and correct your error, and it will put you to that point until you kind of find a way through it. So it allows you to kind of like make those micro changes that you might want to make to kind of like go, oh, well, okay, so I didn't quite get this. I'm going to have another go at it. That does work. That didn't. That kind of stuff. So.
Yep, so of course, as we said, that was one of a kind. Our third challenge taken from...
Okay. So when I was playing Kirby at home, I felt that my controller was pressing up when I'm not pressing up. In Mario, it doesn't matter because up doesn't do anything. In Kirby, when you press up, Kirby starts... Actually, no. It jumps. It flies. So throughout my entire playthrough, my Kirby keeps flying when I'm not intentionally flying. And what I did when I was streaming was I assumed my Pro Controller might be a bit old, and it has like a weird thing where when I press right, it's pressing up. So what I did was I started playing on my Joy-Con, if you guys remember. And they actually asked everyone if they wanted Joy-Con or Pro Controller before this event, but I didn't know that they were asked. I missed that. So I told them right before the competition, I want a Joy-Con. They didn't have a Joy-Con. D-pad is better? No, this was an issue with the D-pad. They didn't have a Joy-Con. The reason I wanted a Joy-Con is because on the Joy-Con, the 4 buttons, I think you can see, no, not on this one. With the Joy-Con, it's not a plus sign, the D-pad, it's 4 different buttons. Isn't that the program? No. With the Joy-Con, it's 4 different buttons, so when you press right, you can't accidentally press up because they're separate buttons. On the D-pad, when it's like a plus sign, it's kind of connected. And for this competition, I was not able to get a Joy-Con, so I had to play with a Pro Controller, which was fine for all the levels except this one.
Super Mario Bros. 3.
You will see, it's terrible.
Quite simply.
Look, I'm flying. I did not mean to fly here. There is no reason to fly here. And flying, it stops my momentum. And it makes me slow. It's terrible. I'm flying even before she falls down. Like, I'm flying before I've even landed because I'm pressing right. And you can see here, I'm not pressing up. Look, I'm pressing right, but it's somehow sometimes, maybe it becomes red for a second.
We're going to move straight into...
Let's see, because I'm pressing right. I'm not pressing up.
Our next one, which is called...
Yes, it thinks I'm pressing up. I'm not pressing up, but it's pressing up for me when I don't mean to. Why on earth would I press up here?
1-1 and done.
So it
Taken
makes
from
Kirby
Kirby's
fly.
adventure. Quite simply,
I'm
playing as
pressing
Kirby,
right,
you must
and
enter
it's
the
making
door
it...
at the goal.
Yep.
In the end here, you see me pressing a bit of down because I'm aware of this issue, so I'm trying my best to really press it so it's as far away from up as possible. And when I'm doing that, it's sometimes pressing down, which is not a problem. It doesn't slow her down. But yeah, I'm realizing the problem, so it's my face of despair right now.
It's a pretty simple
I'm trying
one,
so
in terms of, like,
hard
the
to not
idea,
press
but
up.
Again, this is a very different game to Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario Bros. 1. Obviously, Kirby
I'm flying again.
controls completely differently. The B button
Here I need to
doesn't
fly.
make Kirby dash.
No.
It makes Kirby inhale, and that slows him down. So it's a completely different control set.
And
I'm trying
of
to
course,
jump, and
as
I'm
you can see
flying,
here,
which slows me
with
down.
Kirby's jump ability and floating across, that can potentially hinder your top.
So yeah, that was really annoying, and that's why I did this terribly. I mean, I would be bad anyways, but I wouldn't do this terribly normally. I think I could have had a chance to get a second or third place, but the flying was
a bit
just
late in getting into
horrible.
that door. Rocket Bean's having a bit of a moment there, but does get past his enemy as AnnieFuchsia looks.
I'm flying. Like, at this point, like, you don't want to fly there. You want to
that
speed.
door.
You speed by pressing right twice.
Rocket Bean's having a bit of a moment there, but does
And
get
I'm
past
flying.
his enemy as AnnieFuchsia looking to go through to the final screen. Rocket Beans is in though.
First
A
place.
plus for Rocket Beans.
It was terrible.
AnnieFuchsia just gets the jump over those enemies, looking to get across the lake here, but
And then it goes
getting
even more
caught by those
back.
hits.
Okay, jumps over.
Oh gosh, no, Ray-Reckon can't get
no!
in. AnnieFuchsia's falling in as
Ray-Reckon
well.
is second. Okay. Mintos, AnnieFuchsia, who is third? It's AnnieFuchsia
can't get into the door though this low.
Yeah, I mean, I was really close. I could have definitely gone in there properly if I didn't have that
Being
issue.
tricky and zooming off.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, it was terrible.
We're done. Doing an
terrible.
excellent job. He's had a cut screen.
Yes.
So close. Look at that.
Oh, wow. 50 points to Rocket Beans, which now takes Rocket Beans, aka our Matthias player, into the next round. I believe our second player was with 49 points, which is, of course, AnnieFuchsia.
From Sweden.
Yes.
Good job.
Go through
Excellent.
to the
Very,
next
very
round.
close as well. 1 point in it for the first and second.
1
Very
point.
close.
But there was a bit of a kind of a lead, a point lead there.
If my controller wasn't broken, I think I could have gotten first place because I think I would have gotten like 2 more points, which would put me at like 51.
Commiserations, of course, to Mintos.
Doesn't help you've never played Kirby before. I played enough to not do that bad. Like, I have played enough to understand what makes me fly, and I would not press that. But my controller was pressing it when I was not intending to.
And to Ray Bacon.
So,
Played
it was a
very,
bit
very well, but a
unfortunate.
couple of those stages.
And it's not that controller was necessarily broken. I understand now because my controller was doing the same thing. I switched. I was using my Pro controller when I was practicing at first, and I switched to the Joy-Cons because I had this issue.
Just, you know, those little tricks.
I assumed it's my controller, actually. I assumed mine is just broken and old. But if it happens to them, too, like, maybe it's the way that I'm used to pressing buttons or something. One of the other players actually said they experienced the same thing. I don't know, maybe it's the way that I press my controllers. I don't know,
Tricks
but the Joy-Con
and like
doesn't
time
do
saves
it.
here and there. Couldn't quite be
Yeah, maybe
won,
I should have brought
but
my
it played
own.
very,
I mean,
very
I
well.
had my Joy-Cons. I
But
could
of
have just
course, they
connected
will
them. I
bow
just
out of the
didn't think about
competition
it.
here in the semi.
Different scores, depending on which particular game they were playing. Some of them stronger in different challenges.
It's a very first a little bit.
And
Okay,
of
so
course,
is
I
it
think as
final
well,
now?
this is what's going to put.
Oh, this is the other group.
And
I want to watch their
that
Zelda
time.
part.
Yeah, and I also, as we saw from some of the players from Mint, nobody opting to carry.
Oh, did anyone
Ego.
mention the? Did anyone manage
Okay,
the
takes
first
the
part?
hit. Seta takes the hit.
Nobody. I would have been first in this group too.
From the get-go, nobody opting to carry
What the
enemies to
heck?
pyramid. Okay, Samora goes for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Second, and Joseph.
what was my time? I don't remember.
I think the big difference there was Samora took a little bit of time. But yeah, there. But
Luli, it's
Okay.
straight back to cliff jumping bubbles.
Cliff jumping. This
I
was
mean, most
interesting.
people are
Apparently,
gonna be
they
just looking
got
for
2
those
people with
perfect
frame
jumps and those
perfect
damage boosts.
jumps.
Okay, all at similar pace here at the minute, trying to avoid.
everyone's doing this. The
Here we
early
go.
wait on the first bubble because
Yes.
it makes everything so much simpler afterwards.
Player 2 takes the tumble.
Oh, is 1140 pixel perfect? Because that's the time I have at home too.
Player 1 takes the tumble here. I believe that is Joe. Oh!
I didn't see that.
A double.
I want a replay. They've matched it.
11. Another tie break again, Bowie.
Okay, I thought they got 11:05. Is 11:40 the best time you can have? Because 11:40 is the best time I have on my Switch.
That's amazing.
Another tie break again.
But I got 11:50 apparently when I could.
And they both got 15 points. Amazing that they're an absolute tie in the Legend of Zelda Adventure of Link. Or
Cool.
Zelda 2 Adventure of Link.
Yeah.
Point out to Mr. behind you that there was an issue. He would have kindly checked with organizers. I feel like it will delay the competition, and I didn't want to like cause problems. Luckily for me, I still continued to semifinals because getting a second place was enough. I guess I would have been more upset if I didn't because of that, but yeah, it's okay. I don't want to cause. It's meant to be a fun event, you know. It's not like lots of money on the line or anything like that. Like, because I'm not an actual, you know, speedrunner. It's meant to be a for fun competition, so it was okay.
Nice stuff there. I honestly had a moment where I didn't even see it there.
Into 1-1 to it.
Did anyone do the
didn't quite
flying
get the
thing?
jump over the
Let's see.
piranha plant there, so playing.
Player 4 breezing through here. Look
Oh,
at this
he did! Look at that! Clean.
momentum. Up into the sky, goes into the clouds, hits
And
the Koopa Trooper.
That's so clean.
Beautiful play.
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Just from making sure that you're optimized and increases your jump height.
For our player 4 at the moment. For this
Yeah,
second player to
that's what I was
qualify for
trying to
our
do, but I couldn't do it.
Trying to jump low and know maybe some of the speed for any of our players.
Maintain that momentum in. Fun little long time.
Okay,
a bit
let's
of
see what's
lightning
next.
show players.
Wait, they actually interviewed
my
them. We
French
didn't get
isn't
any
the
interviews.
See. Oh. No, I leave here.
Okay.
I was trying. Who is your favourite character, Bowie?
Thank you very much for asking, Niv. That's very kind of you.
I think it's pretty obvious by the Zelda pin that you're wearing on your shirt.
I do like
The
it.
Zelda pin, I
Go
remember
straight.
that. Okay.
Players are all ready to go.
Good.
Here we go.
here
3,
we go.
2,
Yeah.
1.
I think Samora had the same thing. Did you see that her Kirby just flew at the beginning? I'm sure she's not
Pickup
intending
players
to
are
fly
all
there.
ready to go.
Good.
Here we go. 3,
here we go.
2,
Yeah.
1.
Here we go.
Okay. What's the strategy here? What are we doing?
Oh, interesting. Joseph got a damage boost from the first enemy, and because when you take a hit, you can't take one for a while.
Yes.
He got through the next
Hard
enemy.
to
Very
say,
Straight
but
through to
yeah.
the
The
next
fly.
area.
Do you think it's a strat? I don't know.
Some more of there.
I guess it could be.
Try these floats. This, you know, you can see there the slower speed of Kirby's jumping there.
They can hinder your timing. Straight through to Joseph
Seto.
in the lead.
Seto with the slide speed.
No
up,
one
very
else is
nice.
accidentally
Steve's
pressing
gonna do
up.
that. Big little dash.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Very nice Seto.
Real maintaining that momentum here. We have our first play.
I don't see anyone else constantly flying.
32.05. It's an S rank. 15
So, yeah, I'm
clear
not sure.
points there to our. Who is
Door as
32
Seto, gets
on
caught.
Kirby.
No. Seto gets over and in.
okay? All we've got to do is get a completion
Slide as
here from
fastest.
Samora.
You can slide off of edges. I think that's what she just did, maybe?
Yep.
No, I think she missed the slide. But you can slide off of edges.
You got this. You got this.
Gets the jump over. There's the final door. Have to be careful of this final enemy. Duck the way straight in.
I think Samora was potentially having the same issue, unless she wanted to fly, but I don't know. Flying is very slow. Okay, it's the grand final now. All right.
It is.
Back onto stage, representing
Let's comment
the UK.
this
We have
now.
Joseph,
People bless,
representing
thank you.
Italy. We have
She
Viking
keeps saying she
players.
doesn't know why it's doing that. Oh, was she saying that? Then she must have had the same issue I
We
had.
have AnnieFuchsia representing Sweden, and Matthias
I do
representing
remember when I mentioned after the game, at least one other person said they had the same issue, but I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was her.
Beans.
From Germany. We've had challenges. Again, 3 long thing earlier. You get these small bites of time, and people have optimized this game. You
Okay,
can play
so
games in
this is
certain ways,
interesting.
And
Off the bat, my controller was not pressing right when I was pressing right. So that's how my Kong Crusher started, which kind of ruined my flow. I had to press a lot harder than I was ready for.
and what's really, really cool
So you'll see I
about,
press ready. I'm pressing right, but it's not understanding it.
about the Nintendo
So
World
for a
Championship
second I
NES
was
edition
confused. Why is my character not moving?
is that it will always keep
And I started pressing even harder,
keep you on
And
the
then
right
it starts moving.
path for like, you know,
And I was really
how
confused.
you're meant to kind of like optimize this game, you know.
The problem with this is that I'm now off the general flow of the balls. Was it wireless? No, it wasn't.
Sometimes it's like, for example, in one of these stages, we'll talk about it when we get there, but there are some ways that
Like, I would not have to wait for this one normally. But now I had to wait for it because I was slightly behind.
just like aren't as doable. Nice jump there over the barrel, another
Beautiful
jump.
play here.
I wasn't able to press up there. To be fair, that could just be my inexperience, but I ended up not being able to press up, so it wasn't, you know, moving up the ladder. And then I should have waited. I went too
Wait
fast.
for the
So
barrel.
for anybody watching at home that may not be familiar with Donkey Kong,
I decided
this
to wait
particular
there and then go on.
challenge involves Mario, the original name Jumpman, as we mentioned. Players must clear levels 1, 2, and 3. Getting to the
There's so, I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not pressing up when I'm supposed to press up.
top of all of these
But yeah.
ladders.
So the idea is obviously you want to make it to the princess, it's not
Yes.
the princess, and save her, obviously the damsel in distress. And each stage has a
I think the
different
rest
kind
was-
of layout, as you can see.
I fell here. Yeah, that was my mistake. And I think that's what probably lost me the game because it takes a
And
long
they'll
time
have
to come
different
back up
challenges, you
there.
know, different things that are standing in your way, preventing you from crossing and getting there. And it's all about finding that fastest time or trying to push these straps to the end,
Oh, I died to this thing. Oh, this was the big thing.
to the edge. We have everyone approaching stage 3, and if
I thought I could be fast enough, so that was my mistake. But I'm pretty sure this kind of confused me because I'm pretty sure when I tried this on my Switch, I stood here and was safe from the
you're
thing.
just getting clipped
So I
there
did
by a
that,
bouncing spring.
It's tough.
but it's not right. So I don't know what happened there. Why it was safe for me in my... do I remember wrong? Was it different somehow? I don't know. I was confused about that.
But it's a tough
Because
one,
that
this
meant
one.
I
You've
had
gotta watch
to
out
stand like
for
here.
of course, the
So I did that in the
attacks
end.
the-
So this is a great example of lack of experience. I didn't really practice this level much. I did it a few times and was like, yeah, whatever. This is grand final. Am I even going to get to the grand finals? So I guess like good lesson learned. Don't think that you're not going to make it and practice everything. Because this thing was a pure like experience thing. That should not have happened. The controller thing at the beginning, that was not my fault. But yeah, this thing, lack of experience, my fault. Randomly falling down, I don't know that I don't even know how I managed to do that. I didn't even do that in my practice runs. And then also like miscalculating when I can stop running to press up for the ladder, also an experience thing. So that's just my lack of experience.
Kong is throwing at you, and of course picking the right path of ladders, trying to get to the top as well. There of course are items on this course as
Pauline,
well.
sorry, it's Pauline.
Yes, it is, yeah, Pauline.
Sorry. Sorry, Pauline.
I don't know what the items do.
There are of course items you can pick up, such as the hammer.
Yep.
I don't even know what the hammer does.
First place here, Viking plays 1 minute and 26.16 seconds. It is an S rank, gives him the 15 points. Who is going to be our second place player? Joseph here opting for the hammer.
The fire
item
here was annoying.
Tries
Wait
to
a
get
little
to the
bit of
top.
time.
Gets
Okay, get to that.
second. Okay.
Yeah, this was a little bit of RNG because the fire happened to be hanging out right here, which is where I intended to go next.
Trying to get our third and fourth place here. Rocket Beans, our Matthias player in third, 1.50.41. And AnnieFuchsia just needs to complete it to get that.
Oh, and fell down. Yeah, that's
Be
the thing.
careful.
You don't want to fall down. That's the thing. You do. It is a game
Yeah.
over for that. So you need to try and get
All right.
jump.
Firefall,
over those
yeah,
points.
it was
Does
a bit
get it, though.
annoying.
It's a long one. You know, 1:26 for our call. That big time.
So yeah, that was
Viking
honestly
plays,
my
of course,
own
in
fault
the lead
with
now 15
inexperience.
points. Joseph,
But it was a bit of an annoying start, which put me on the back foot a little bit, that my controller wasn't working for like a second or two. Next stuff.
And save the king, who's been turned into a dog, I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's going to be again. Earlier we saw, you know, one of a kind being done earlier by our players. But yeah,
That's
so it's
already
gonna
a
be
mistake
first
here.
Again, earlier
Because
we
I lose my momentum because I hit the box
saw,
here.
you know, one of a kind being
There. I lost some momentum.
done earlier
Not
by
that
our
big of a
players who are
deal,
gonna
but
be
I
going
did.
through this first stage really
And then
quickly.
here, I actually thought I jumped at good time. I don't know how I missed this.
Using the P jump to go as fast as they can.
I didn't jump straight away. That was the issue. And then I missed it.
But, you know, it's not just this one stage. They now have to
then
do. They have to do every other stage.
I lost so much time trying to do this. To be fair, the other two as well. I didn't realize. I thought it was just me.
Now, even though Josepha had a bit of an iffy start, he still finishes first. Such a clean 1-1, despite the couple of errors. The technique was good enough to keep him ahead of the rest of the pack. Now, well, I'm going to introduce a very...
Okay, so I actually didn't lose too much here. I don't know where I ended up losing so much.
Number generator, the random nature of a game, the things that can change in a bros,
Yes.
who might get in your way.
Absolutely.
And you have to think, that's going to cost you some time if one player gets Hammer Bros in their way and the other player doesn't. That might change the way it goes. That's why it's a longer thing to allow for that RNG to go up and down.
Okay, Josepha passing the second course, now into the third course.
I was fine here too, I was
breezing
second.
through, all of our other
Neck and neck.
Neck and neck here. Rocket Beans almost just about getting into the third course. Josepha,
I took the mushroom
here,
and then ended up
down.
losing it, so it was a bit of a waste of time.
The rotating orb down to 1 life left.
Okay, there we go. And
Did he really get
Josepha-
ahead of me just because I went for the mushroom?
Well, he's cleared the first. He's cleared the first castle, but you can see it can be quite quick. They get harder, like further into the game.
I was still ahead of this guy too.
But that was quite their castle. Do they get the Hammer Bros in their way though? That's that
The
question.
5 more Bowser's card OP. Is it though? It doesn't really matter. You just hit his head 3 times anyways. I don't think it matters, does it?
See, as you see there, and if you should know Hammer Bros.
Yes, absolutely.
Yet.
Still in a very, very solid lead here, Josepha, in building up.
That was weird. I don't know how I lost my...
Still in a very, very solid.
Look, I'm like really confused. Wait.
And if
How
you
did
should
that
know
happen?
Josepha,
I'm pressing down. My character presses right? Oh, it's because it was facing the other way? Is that what it was?
yes, absolutely.
Yet.
Still in a very, very solid lead here, Josepha, in
No. Wait. That was the wrong...
still in a very.
Yeah, how did that
You
happen?
see there,
Wait.
and if you should know Hammer Bros.
Yes, absolutely.
Yet.
I'm pressing down.
Still
I did not let go of down. You got hit by the enemy? Yeah, but if I'm pressing down, it should kill it. Why did it stop sliding? I was so
In a
confused
very, very
because I didn't let go. I did not let go, but I lost it somehow.
lead here, Josepha, in.
I don't know if that was a controller
building up
thing
beautiful
or...
momentum,
And then I
really
lost so much
speeding through
momentum
all of the
because of
courses that
that.
we're seeing in this World 1.
Dying to one of those things here, but now it's not even here anymore.
Viking plays kind of behind here in second. Just completes the course there again. Rocket Beans and AnnieFuchsia in similar positions here.
Oh my
So we're
god.
going to be interesting to see the third or fourth.
And this is where I lose to
place
Rocket
completion,
Beam.
perhaps.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Josepha,
Are you
once
kidding
again,
me?
breezing through, keeping that momentum really solid and strong, knows exactly what he's doing.
Holy.
Utilizing, of course,
Okay, so that was
abilities.
terrible.
Oh, no. The pressure.
To release in the series, it has more strategies and more techniques that are being built into the game. And we've seen, sliding down slides, being able to defeat enemies in your
Yeah.
way, get a nice speed up is being utilized a lot.
I never
Now,
thought
Rocket
about
Bean's
flying.
he gets the
I
full
should have done
P-meter.
flying as well.
With the Tanuki Mario, you can also
Yes.
do this. You can do fly, or Raccoon Mario.
Yeah.
That isn't the Tanuki, but doesn't get the height he needs.
Okay, Josepha almost.
Okay, he actually did have
there.
to go backwards quite a bit, so I
Easily
kind of
makes
catch
it
up with
onto
him.
the ship.
Yeah, the airship going, yeah.
There we go. Viking plays, trying to take up, of course, the hammer.
Okay, so I
there,
kind of
gets
caught up
the
with him because he
star
messed up
power.
stuff.
Rocket Bean's having a pretty nice run. Both AnnieFuchsia and Rocket Bean's held by Tony.
Mentions here to dodging the cannonballs.
But at this
and of
point,
course
it's over. Because at this point, it's everything is locked in. Because it's like a predetermined screen. Everyone goes at the same time. So I lost to Rocket Beans because of the ice level. I failed a few too many times. That was my main issue. This ice level here, I let him get in front of me there, and then it was over. This was the crucial moment. Airship boat levels, they're so boring because it's like the same thing that happens like forever. So yeah, my mess up here was the most costly mess up. Yeah, and then the rest is like predetermined, so it's like over. For this one, oh, this is
Going, what does this mean, everyone?
okay. I've already lost 2 levels at this point, and then at this point I decide, you know what, I'm gonna skip the first mushroom. I don't need it anyways. I never take any damage.
Now, if you go
Massive
to
mistake.
World 1, Course 2,
I skipped
and
the
you do
mushroom.
not take
Apparently
the
they all skip it. I don't know. Okay, it's
Pipe
gonna be
to get
interesting
you
to
to
see how they...
4-1.
Yep.
Oh, I think because they don't become big. Yeah, I think that's why.
The game will go, no. You
Oh, he went
cannot
for the mushroom.
complete the challenge within the time limit if you do that. So this is...
I somehow missed this.
The game will go, no. You cannot complete the challenge within
And I was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, I need to go inside this. I lost a little bit
the
of time
time
there.
limit if you do that.
Yeah.
Quickly, you go from World 8.
Yeah, complete the
One-
level.
course is one-
4 players go into the Mario Master
And then I'm
Challenge. The
realizing
objective
now,
is use
I'm thinking
warp
about it.
zones to clear
I just remembered why that mushroom is important.
World 8.
And I was like, shit, I need a mushroom. Because I need to hit the ceiling so I can run above the ceiling.
Yes.
So as we can see here, Josepha.
And I've always had a
very
mushroom
easily
at that
cleared,
point. So I
the
always
first
skip...
one of one
I always skip these because I don't need the mushroom.
course.
And then this time I'm like, I need to see if any of these give a mushroom. And I forgot which one it is. So I think I tried this one, and this one. And the truth is the mushroom isn't the first one. Lack of experience of practicing this run, I guess. There is a mushroom in the first one.
Now in 1,
But
2,
I forgot.
You will then now see what we are talking about when it comes to warp zones.
And I was
You
like,
may
I give
never-
up.
Some players may not have seen them.
Yeah, that was super nice from Joseph.
I double checked this one, but I was really sure that this is just water. Basically, I wanted to do this. I wanted a mushroom so I could... Did he already have a mushroom or did he take a mushroom from this level?
You will then now see
He already had it.
what we
Yeah, so this is what I normally would do. I would break the ceiling here and go through.
Yeah, that was super nice from Joseph in the early part. And same thing with Rocket Beans as well, getting that...
And I am not used to running under the ceiling. I always go above.
using the ceiling. To
So I became a little bit slow because I'm not
onto the
used
Koopa,
to
then
it.
knocking the shell forward, getting rid of all the Goombas in the way so you can just run straight
I'm hesitating. I'm like losing momentum.
through.
And there we go. As you
I
can
have to wait for the
see on
flowers.
Joseph's screen, gets the ability straight onto the warp zones,
Yeah.
heads to World 4-1.
And you can see the game as well staying up. It points
Yes.
up. Go up there. This
I also missed that one. Makes me lose a bit of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Viking plays following suit.
And
AnnieFuchsia
that was
following
a
suit.
massive, like,
It is
problem.
quite close between second, third, and fourth.
Now, 4-1's really interesting. If you have a look at some of our players jumping over, they will basically run and they will naturally jump over the piranha plants. You'd think they might get hit, but again, hitboxes are not always exactly the same size as a characters like Pixel or the size of the monsters, like or the enemies. They do have slightly different sizes, and so you can just jump over that naturally. It may look like you're going to get hit.
I actually forgot about that because when I've been practicing, I have been jumping. You can jump over those. It's true. I forgot to do it.
And these spinies being dropped from
Okay,
the
so
sky.
this level didn't really change anything. I think everyone just stayed at the pace that they are because there was nothing that really stopped us.
As we try more and more to traverse further into the different...
To his warp, get into the sky, and then
There
the
it
second
is.
warp zone.
This was an issue as well. And I noticed everyone went small. Honestly, I probably should have gone small too. I've always done it big and it's been fine, but I guess when I'm nervous, it's not good because I got stuck. Because I was big.
A clear victory here from Josepha, our UK player.
Here, it becomes a problem. I'm watching Mario speedrun. I'm watching the competition that I was at, so I'm in this. I'm the second player there. This was the part of the competition when I did bad, though.
Or
Not
is
good.
Viking plays...
So I always do this, and I always end up jumping right here. But for whatever reason, because it's competition time, I guess, I can't get in there. And I think sometimes when you do strats for speedruns, you need to sometimes have a safe strategy and sometimes have the fast strategy. So for example, you guys remember in the 1-1 Super Mario Bros. 3, when I would do that little jump above the first piranha with the P speed, where I would turn left real quick and do a left jump, then somebody told me you can just run into the what's it called? The tube, and just jump like that over it while P speeding, and then you only lose like maybe half a second. The pipe, thank you, the pipe. You only lose like half a second, but you keep your P speed and it's still pretty fast. Do you guys remember when that happened? So I started doing that, and honestly, that is the safer thing to do. When I want to try to beat my own record and I'm on my own, I can do left jump thing. But if I'm doing this as a competition, I should definitely have like a safe strategy. This is not safe. Because look,
he's going to catch up.
Well, you also got Rocket Beans though, who is actually in second place, coming up to the into the World 8 warp now. Joseph though with a good lead so far, halfway through 8-1. I think
that took like 10 seconds. That's really bad. So my safe method here should be to not be big, and I think that's what they did too. Do not be big here.
Well, I think 8-1 is one of the longest courses as well in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
And
yeah.
this is some beautiful jumping.
So yeah, that was terrible.
Real
that was terrible.
Steady play.
All right, so now we're back to next
It's a long
part.
course, right? But it doesn't have like the most tricky enemy. This is
Did
what
I?
I like about
I
it,
hesitated.
A1
Did
as
you
well.
see
Like,
that?
it's a long course, right?
I could have done the jump, but I hesitated.
It doesn't have
I slowed
like, the
down.
most tricky enemy set, but it's about focusing for a long time, making sure you're getting all those jumps accurate, as you were saying. You know, knowing how these jumps land, how you want to deal with every single enemy set. It takes a lot of information.
Absolutely, Joseph moving.
I didn't do anything too bad here. A little bit of hesitation, but not too bad.
Rocket Beans, getting a little bit
so far.
hit by the.
Oh no! Matthias, no!
Okay.
I could have definitely jumped over this one.
Deep breath, Matthias. There we go. All right, Viking plays catching up here. Good momentum on the jump.
Unlucky.
Avoiding all of the Coopers there. Oh, nice avoidance there of the piranha plant.
Oh, Rocky, oh, Matthias, no! He's having an absolute nightmare!
It's okay.
He's having a nightmare!
It's okay.
Wake up, buddy!
You can do this.
I've caught up with him almost now.
You can do this.
Sadly, I also
AnnieFuchsia,
fell. I need to not
steady.
make mistakes.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna catch up with people, I need to not make mistakes. But then I was making mistakes.
Trying to get there. Okay, we gotta watch out for that jump. Avoiding that platform.
Holy shit, 3 times.
Matthias, it's tricky.
And then
Sometimes you have
it's
these
taken so
one-tile
long
wide
that now
spaces.
they
And
start
again, like,
growing.
if you're-
Oh
because this
my,
game
I
is,
forgot about this.
It has very momentum.
That
but
is
if you don't
terrible.
get that jump timing and you like miss the time.
I guess that was my main thing here, which made me not catch up with people.
For your, because you can jump as soon as you land.
Yes.
Oh, that little moment just after you land.
Oh, Viking Pace gets
That
hit
was
there with the
terrible.
bullet bill. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Oh, and a hit again by the Cooper.
Joseph into World 8 Course 3 now.
This is the
I think I went
final
careful
stretch,
after
everybody
this.
watching at home. We got to be
Yeah,
really
I went
careful
safe
here.
here. I was like, I don't have time for
Bullet
this
bills
shit.
Viking plays. He's
But yeah, the 3 pipes lost
gotta be
me a lot of
absolutely
time.
careful with. Oh, and a hit again by the Cooper.
There we go. He gets the side hit there. Doesn't know. He runs off the edge though. I think he's trying to like have these bullet bills beside him. Goes for the long jump. Okay, cool. You could also use the bullet bills and bounce off them if you wanted to, but you don't need to.
Okay, Joseph clears another course. Okay, Viking plays, trying to play catch up here. Rocket Beans Matthias has got the momentum back.
As Joseph enters World 8
One
Course
mistake
4,
there.
final stage. Final
It's an
course,
affordable
and
mistake
needs to
because
get all
everyone
the way
makes
through
mistakes,
and
right? So that
grab
mistake
the
was
axe
fine
behind
on my
Bowser
end.
and save.
But I
Princess
think I make
Peach.
more
We've
mistakes
All been
here.
there
I
before.
think I fall down
Here
here
we
like
go.
twice.
Alrighty,
I
Viking
did not.
plays now, of course, into
That was clean because I've actually died a lot of times there in general.
World 8-3. AnnieFuchsia
Fortunate.
trying to get past these flying troopers. Proving a little bit tricky. Got to watch out for the shells. Watch out for the bullet bill.
Got him.
Excellent avoidance of the Goombas. There we go.
Joseph into the underwater.
Yeah, this level was actually fine. Like, I technically have caught up a bit, but I'm just so behind
section.
at this
After he
point.
comes up to this, he's going for the final stretch of 8-4, and will be trying to grab that axe, finish off Bowser, and win the game, and take first place here in this final challenge.
Okay, we got to watch out. We got to watch out.
Final level.
Okay, we're through.
Here we
Back
go.
out for the pipe.
Gets a lovely
Nice.
jump.
I don't think I struggled too much on this
Jump on the
level,
hammer,
but I
bro.
don't remember.
Jumped it.
I could have jumped this. Oh, he's already at the end. Holy shit.
Is this it? Is this it?
Oh, Bowser, please!
Is this it?
He's over!
Okay, come on.
He's under!
I was gonna say, why is he jumping over it?
Oh, Bowser! Gets a lovely
Nice.
jump on the
Wait,
hammer, bro.
how many times does he try to jump over?
Is this it? Is this it?
Oh, Bowser,
One.
please!
Is this it?
He's over!
Okay, come on.
He's under! He's through!
Damn, do people actually try to jump over Bowser? That's crazy. Always under. That's crazy. Anyways, okay. Let's go back to mine here. Let's see
Gets
what
a
else I
lovely
did
jump on
wrong.
the hammer, bro.
Is
Jumps
this it?
over.
Is
Oh.
this it? Is this it?
Oh, Bowser, please!
Is this it?
He's
Okay, I had a good run of
Okay,
those
come on.
two.
He's under.
The
He's
first time
through.
was around was fine.
S ranked.
There we have it.
Sub 6 time.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Oh, unlucky on the flower. I mean,
challenge.
thing.
Let's see.
5-5.
5-5-5.
Oh my.
And let's pretend it's 0.55 as well. But yeah, as our other players here still struggling their way through 8-3, it's a tricky one. As we have
Went
Rocket Beans,
underneath it.
Matthias
Oh my
going
God.
into
What kind of mistake is
8-4.
that?
Final castle.
I think at this point I'm tilted. I feel like I'm so behind now. Because I actually did really well. And then
Makes his
I'm
way
dying
into
to
the he
random
needs to make
shit.
his way to the first pipe, and then use the quick. You go into the second pipe to get into the underwater section, and then that final jump there.
Yes.
AnnieFuchsia trying to finish off 8-3. This last final tricky set of jumps.
Slow and steady, slow and steady. Matthias,
Got
that
him.
Rocket Beans player in the castle. He's got to watch that platform there and try and get it at the right time to jump. Oh, nearly.
Yeah, I think at this
Later,
point
he
it's
made
tilt.
it.
Like, I mean, come
So,
on.
yeah,
Like,
he
I've
knew that he
never
jumped a little bit
died
early, so he had
to
another go,
these
jumped a little
stairs.
bit later,
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah. And that's
I'm like, what? First time.
the really key thing to remember. Of course, some of our players are under a lot of pressure here. Panic does set in, and we've got to be careful exactly getting that momentum exactly right, landing on the platform exactly right, jumping at the exact right time.
Yeah, I'm
Precision is
just way
key
too
when
behind at
playing
this point,
Mario
sadly.
Master.
Yes, indeed. As Viking Place enters the aquatic section, so Rocket Beans is just behind as well. AnnieFuchsia going into the just trying to get into the first pipe there in 8-4. This is looking very, very close. Rocket Beans makes an extra jump there. He swims a little bit too high into the flame bar.
Okay, it's
Fire
close.
bar.
It's close. Avoids the hammer, bro. There.
Oh,
Rocket Beans is catching up.
I am catching up, but it's just too much difference.
Through!
No
Rocket!
way!
Matthias,
Oh,
no!
goodness me!
Matthias, what are you doing? Matthias!
Oh, come on!
They're all jumping over Bowser. What the heck?
No!
Come on!
He's through! Oh!
They almost got the exact same time. That's crazy.
Matthias! 1.17 second difference. Matthias comes second. Viking plays is third.
Wow.
As AnnieFuchsia looking to finish up this final screen. Hammer Bros
So bad.
being a little bit cheeky. Get out of the way, buddy. I'm here to win.
Let's go, Annie.
AnnieFuchsia
Come on.
gets that jump over. Out of the way, Bowser.
You got this, Annie.
Under
Nice.
easy and finishes it up. Wonderfully played by all four players.
I think I was the only person who didn't get hit by Bowser. Bit cheeky, bruv. Yeah. But yeah. I lost too much time in some crucial moments, which made it impossible, sadly. I think my main issue was the very beginning when I forgot the mushroom. I didn't forget it. I actually decided not to go for it, and then it just became awkward. But yeah, it was a fun experience. It was the entire thing was a lot of fun. I'm really happy they invited me, and yeah, I hope I can do more things like that. May not have won, but I bet none of the other guys have had all achievements in the WoW. Hey, I am totally fine, considering this moment. Because of this moment, I am fine with this. Here. So, I'm okay. I have a partial flex, so I'm okay. Yeah, so my overall place became 4th, but it's just sad because I think I definitely could have been 2nd or 3rd. But it's okay. I think it was still very fun.